In this video, I'm going to show you the instructions for how you create compass drawings. Now, compass drawing is a drawing that's done using a compass. Now, one of the important things that your compass is going to need is some sort of a locking mechanism. For some compasses, the locking mechanism is here. It may look like a screw head. For some, it's up here. For others, there may be a twist down here below, but something that will allow you to loosen it and adjust the width that you have it open to, and something that will then lock it in place so that it does not move and change width on you while you are trying to use it for the compass drawings. So I'm going to start by showing you some examples of what these compass drawings can look like. So here's an example. Basically, we're going to be using the compass to draw a series of circles or curves, and then we're going to see how those circles or curves interact with each other. Sometimes they're overlapping. As you can see here, we've got overlapping circles. Sometimes they intersect. So what we can do then, once we've got our circles, is we can color them. And so yours doesn't have to look exactly like this, but the idea is once you have your circles drawn, constructed with your compass, then you go through and you color in your design. Something else that you can do with your compass drawings, and this one, I did the same design as the other two that I just showed, but I used a straight edge to connect points where the circles intersected. So it created a hexagon here. So we can do that with other shapes as well. We can do that to include a triangle in our design. We can make one large triangle inside of 3 circles and color them in this way. So all of the ones that I've shown you up to this point have used full circles. Well, this one, I did the first circle in the middle, and then for the other circles, instead of going through the center of the circle, I just kept my circles on the outside. So I continued to construct my circles, but I just kept them on the outside of the original circle so that they did not go into the inside of it. You could also do the opposite, where instead of keeping all of your circles and curves on the outside, you keep them all on the inside. So we'll construct the original outside circle, and then instead of creating more circles that go around the outside of the original, we only include the arcs, the parts of the circle that are inside the original circle. So if we do something like that, we could get a nice flower design. Here's one that I've done and colored that in. The shading can make things look kind of neat. Here's an example of what happens when we do the first original design and then we keep going, so that we've got full circles all around our original circle, and each of these full circles all around it has its own flower design inside of it. So if you do an original design, you can continue to add on to it. You don't have to just stop right there. Now, another thing you can do with the compass drawings is just think of something original. Okay, think of some bugs, a caterpillar. So we can do an original circle and then continue to create circles outside of it. We can use the compass to add on some legs. Same thing with a bug, and add on its legs and some antennae. Or you could get really creative and you could try something that looks a little bit like an abstract drawing. So when I did this one, I was kind of thinking that it looked a little bit like Elsa from Frozen. So we've got a face here, and then we've got like the big hair that Elsa had coming down the side. So you could draw in a face here. So you can get creative with these. They don't all have to look like just the ones that I've shown you. But what I'm going to do right now is take you through the steps to just create a basic drawing. So the first thing that you're going to do is take your compass, and I have mine set to about 1.5 inches. That's the setting that I've got here. Mine is set to about 1.5 inches. And I've got it locked in so it's not going to move. I'm going to keep it at that same setting. I'm going to go to the center of my paper, put the point of my compass down, and draw a circle. Once you have the original circle drawn, what we're going to do now is construct circles around the outside of this. So you're going to take the pointed end of your compass again and just put that somewhere on the outside of your circle. It doesn't matter where. So set it on the pointed part on the outside of your circle here. Just pick a point, any point, and construct another circle. So we're going to have two overlapping circles. And we could always fill that back in with pen again later. Now, where those two circles intersected right here, I'm going to put the point of my compass at that intersection, and I'm going to construct another circle. And every time I do this, my circle that I've just constructed will intersect the original first circle at another point. So I'm going to keep doing this all the way around and put the point of my circle at the new intersection point and continue to create more circles. And that one intersected the original circle here. So put the point of my compass there and continue to work my way around. And that intersected right here. Put the point of my compass there. And then one more, those intersected right there. Put the point of my compass there. Okay, so what we should notice when we have this done, we've gone all the way around our circle. It should look like we've got a little bit of a flower design on the inside. You see the overlapping circles, the overlapping arcs right there with our original circle here, and then we've got circles around the outside of it. Now, you could color it like this, or you can take your compass and you could continue to add more arcs or more circles. Anywhere that there's an intersection point, we could add another circle, or we could add just an arc to it, and we could go all the way around this, adding more circles or just the arcs. If I wanted to just add an arc, I could put the point of my compass where they intersect there, and I could just create an arc that goes from one circle to the next. And I could do that all the way around, wherever I've got the circles on the outside intersecting. There's another one here. Where they intersect. Do another. Oops, not there. Do it right here. Let's see, two of the circles intersected here. And then we have one more right here. Okay, so now you'll notice in some places my arcs may have gotten a little bit messy, gone past that point of intersection. Now that's okay. If you're doing this with a pencil, then you'll just go back and erase those points, those stray marks. But the point is here, once you get a design that you like, then you're going to color it in an interesting way, in a neat way. You could do other types of designs. You could work with concentric circles. You could do, like the bullseye pattern. You could do that inside of the circle, the main circle. You could do that outside of the whole thing. Be creative with this. Come up with some unusual designs. Color them. Your designs should take up at least half of the paper and should be drawn neatly. If you're having any trouble with your compass, make sure again that it's locked in place. If you're finding that once you've created your drawing, your points don't match up, your circles are not overlapping in the way that you think that they should, check to see your compass may be moving on you. The width may be moving and changing as you're doing your drawing. That's why it's important to have a locking compass for this. So do the best you can with it, have a fun time with it, and let's see what kind of interesting designs you can come up with.